We'll go ahead and start on Zoom here.
Okay. Hi, Kahleah. We're going to start with Jeff Metcalfe and then Danny Thompson.
You guys knew before the game started that you'd already made the playoffs, clinched the playoff berth. I think you knew that anyway. And then you obviously had Griner playing. How much extra juice did those two things give you kind of going into this game?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, I didn't know we clinched before the game started. I knew that one game was still going on or something, New York and Minnesota when we got out there. But, personally, I thought we had a pretty good chance with 7 games left in the season to win one. And so I think it's great that we were able to go out there and continue to play the way that we did. Just knowing and understanding that going into the postseason and finishing off this end of the regular season here, it's an opportunity to get better every single time we're on the court. And it gives us more opportunities to continue to gel together. If we're playing really well together, figure out things that maybe we still need to work on. And we went out there today and we played a really good team and we did a great job of dealing with adversity at times and then locking down in the second half.
Does anything carry over in your confidence from the earlier Chicago games?
No, those were so long ago. I think just today, there was a little bit of a different mentality probably for me personally, and just continuing to be more aggressive. I went to the rim probably earlier in the game. And so that's got me going a bit there. And I did that a lot in practice the other day as well. So a lot of it's just when you want to start playing better as a player, it's more, what can you do to be better? What can you do to work on your game, to get in the gym for a couple extra, time slots and see the ball go in the net. And so did that a little bit and worked out, I guess. We'll take a game like that.
All right, we'll go to Danny Thompson and then Michelle Smith.
Yeah, Danny Thompson with a 3-point conversion. Great win tonight. Great performance as well, too. Kind of piggybacking off Jeff's question about playing Chicago. This year, you're 10 of 18 from the 3-point line against Chicago. Is it something about seeing that Chicago jersey that just brings you to an extra level because it's just your third game in double figures and you seem to be shooting the ball much more comfortably against the Skies? There's something about seeing that jersey on the other side?
I have no idea what it is. I have good games at Seattle. I've had that in my career. I've had good games here against Phoenix. I struggled a little bit for them here. But also I just think today was just a matter of going out and trying to continue to play. And sometimes when you're in a bit of a slump or, you're struggling to find your confidence, you just need to have 1 or 2 good games and it helps it come back. So the cool thing about being in a league like the WNBA and the way the schedule works is there's like a new opportunity to have another game every 1 to 2 days. And so trying to take advantage of all those opportunities, knowing that we're ending the regular season and it's going into the playoffs. It's never too late to find your stroke. That's for sure.
And you mentioned finding your stroke. It seems like this team is finding their stroke right now. I think 7 consecutive wins in a row. What about this team now that has changed since the early part of the season? Because it seems like this team is playing at a championship level at this point right now as we're having this conversation. What do you think has been the big difference?
I think we're gelling really well right now. And for us, obviously, we've had a couple ups and downs with injuries and people in and out of the lineup. And now, except for Bria, we're pretty much healthy. And so I'm just waiting for her to come back as well. And I think we've just continued to get better. We locked in a little bit more on defense coming off of that Olympic break. We had a little sit down before we got into practice and we're watching film and we talked about defense being one of the things that we wanted to kind of key in on, knowing that offensively we have weapons like no other on this team. And so we can get what we want on offense, but defense is where we had to hang our hats. And so that's what we've been doing a little bit more in these games. I think that's what we did, especially in the second half in this game. And that kind of made the difference for us. And it's been a big difference maker, in this games and these win streaks. We are lagging on internet in here. I know we got new antennas.
Olivia, any more over there? I think we have Michelle's hand up.
Thank you. Kahleah, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. Kahleah, you talked kind of all about all of the things that are going well on the floor from a basketball perspective, but can you talk about mentality a little bit? What do you think this team's mentality has been over these last 7 games, and is it different than it was before?
I mean, I think there's just a great level of trust right now, and that is something that you continue to build as the season goes on. I think we're really fortunate to have people in our veteran positions and, within our big three who've been in situations that are tough, that have been in adversity situations, that have been in playoff situations. And so we can lean on them as much as possible. And they're great leaders in the sense that they will give you all of those conversations and pieces of advice to help you out. And so I think that's kind of where our mentality is. We know how good we are and how good we can be on any given night. And so we're just coming into every game, making sure we put our best foot forward. Sometimes I think we say in the game, there's another gear, and then we hit that gear. And so it's great to see that we can continue to do that, whether we're facing adversity or just strolling along, playing really well.
He has a quick follow-up. When you say you guys know how good you are, is that something that, you build a couple of wins and you go, oh yeah, this is the team we thought we were going to be, and then that confidence builds? Is that how you get to a spot where you know how good you are?
I mean, I think we knew it all season long, and there was just a couple of games that we let go, or a couple of games that, we lost, and it was probably more on us than anything. And so now when we're, playing, you could say we play into our potential. I think there's even more that we can get to, and that's a scary thought to think about. But, and when you get through the season, you're continuing to play games, you get more comfortable with one another, things just start to click. And a lot of basketball and having a team sport is being able to think, this is my teammate next to me. I know what they're going to do offensively or defensively. I know where they're going to be. And I think that's what you're seeing a little bit more. The ball's moving extremely well. We're getting great shots on every single offensive possession. And then defensively, we're just helping each other up. We've got some great rim protectors back there in Breezy and BG, and Kahleah has done a great job for us as well. So just being and understanding we can help each other out defensively, talk about it, we're okay. And that's what we've been doing.
Thank you.
Go to the room now.
So obviously we've played in some very big basketball competitions collegiately, internationally, but WNBA playoffs will now be something that you could check off.
Yeah, thank God.
I imagine after, you maybe expected that coming here when you got traded here, but just to know that that's coming at some point now, it's still a little ways away, but how excited are you to know that, hey, I'm going to be in the playoffs in this league here?
Well, that is great. I think anytime a competitor gets to have the opportunity to continue to play and chase another ring, that's incredible. The weird thing about sports is everybody always sees so many success stories that they think it's just normal to win and win a bunch of championships when it's not. You never know which one's going to be your last one. So anytime you get the opportunity to get close to that, it's just an incredible feeling, and it just continues to motivate you and give you a competitive edge. For me, I'm grateful that it's on this team and that there's a lot of people who've been in this situation before, and I can lean on them and just try and get out there and do what they need from me to help.
The team began to show a lot of fun they were having on the court. You saw smiles shining, right? A lot of dancing coming on towards the end. How did the team just really feed off the energy being back at home and seeing all the fans back in the stadium?
I mean, the best part about being here, and I said it when I played against Phoenix, was the X factor, the energy that they bring. They really are that sixth person on the court for us. And so being here and being at home after, especially being on a very long road trip like we were on, it's great to feed off that energy because it's just becomes more fun. When you're having fun out there and you're smiling, you're dancing with one another, laughing and joking around, I think that's when we're at our best as a team and just enjoying the sport itself and enjoying the wins.
Cool.
Thanks, no problem.
And,
You guys have a good night.
tropical rainforest, huh?
It was a tropical rainforest.